And, you know, it's, you kind of take me back to my early years. I'm 60 years old now, and I can tell you that life has been exhilarating for me, and it's all been based on, you know, a little 4-year-old boy who I once was making a decision to become a lawyer. So I made the decision that I wanted to be a lawyer when I was 4 years old. And it was based on my relationship with my cousin, a man by the name of Archibald Hill. And Archibald Hill was a graduate of Morehouse College. He went on to North Carolina Central to receive his law degree. And I liked Toki, we call him Toki, so much. I only had seen him maybe a couple of times in that 4 years, in that short 4 years. But Toki was such a kind-hearted man, and he just exuded principles of trustworthiness and fairness, honesty, and kindness, compassion. He was just, that's what I felt about him, and I just loved him as my cousin. And when he graduated from law school, and I heard my mother on the telephone with his mother, his sister, they were talking about us traveling from Washington, D.C. down to North Carolina to attend his graduation. It was at that moment that I decided that I wanted to be like Toki. I want to be a lawyer. And so I held that in the back of my mind. And that's important because it's good to have a role model, a mentor, who you look to pattern your life after. You look to be like. So I would encourage each one of you to, because we all have different lives, we all have different experiences. Mine is very unique to me, as is yours to you. But I would encourage you to, if you don't have that kind of person in your mind as far as someone who you would like to mentor or someone who you would like to be your mentor, look around and choose one. And you may not have to spend much time with that person, but just watch it. And let that be a source of encouragement to you. And it doesn't have to be a lawyer. It doesn't have to be a lawyer, by the way, but what kind of person do you want to be? That's what we're talking about, because when you become a lawyer, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a special calling. It's a special opportunity for you. I'll note that the theme of the expo this year is law is more than a career, it's a commitment. And everybody knows what a career is. It's a profession that you choose. But there's something special about this profession, Dean Holly. There's something special about this profession that you are choosing, that you have chosen. There's something real special about it. It's, some of us go into this profession simply because we want to make a lot of money. We think that lawyers make a lot of money. It's a ticket for you to make a lot of money. And so you decide, okay, I want to become a lawyer. That's a different kind of impulse than the one that I had. You're entitled to yours, but mine was based on Toki and the kind of person that he was. And I'll tell you, Toki went out to, Toki intended when he left law school to make his way to California and start practicing law out in California. But on the way to California, we stopped to see some friends in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And when he got out there with some friends that had been through the law school process and they were practicing law, and he decided to sit his bucket down and cast his lot in Oklahoma. And that's where he made his career. And so he had some folks that he practiced law with that gave him an opportunity to kind of hone his skills and to get on his feet. He later left them and set up his own practice and did quite well. He became a member of the House of Representatives out there. And that's when I decided I wanted to be just like Turkey. I'm going to go to the legislature too. Not for personal power, but just to be like Turkey. Just to be, I can't, it's as simple as that. And so Toki became the number 5 in power representative out in Oklahoma. Now, I can't say that I'm going to end up going up to number 5 in the House of Representatives, but I'm happy to just be one of 435 up there right now trying to make a difference. But what I'm telling you is that I would not be here had I not applied those same principles that I saw in Toki to myself. When I graduated from law school, I was so fortunate to be able to be accepted at Thurgood Marshall School of Law, Texas Southern University, after matriculating through Clark College. Then it was Clark College, it's now Clark Atlanta University. Had a great experience at Clark. But my real coming out years as a person was during my matriculation at Thurgood Marshall School of Law, Texas Southern University down in Houston, Texas. And just a wonderful experience dealing with my classmates, my instructors. It was just such a nurturing environment. And so I felt very comfortable in making my decision to go out into private practice once I graduated. I knew, after my experience matriculating and everything, that I wanted to go into private practice. I wanted to open up my own law firm. And so that's what I did. And I started out taking court appointments, getting paid $25 per misdemeanor case down in the Fulton County State Court back in January of 1980. So I just went down there and started taking those $25 cases. I started trying cases. I didn't have a car back then. I would take the bus out to the Fulton County Jail to meet my clients, spend some time with them. It wasn't a meet and plead type situation for me. I went the extra 9 yards. I went out to the jail, talked with them there, found out a little bit about them, and I wasn't afraid to take a case to trial. And I remember my first trial, I had a friend, another lawyer who was willing to help me. His name was Dwight Thomas. And Dwight Thomas was with me when I tried my first misdemeanor case. And it was a quick case. It was a bench trial. Took all of probably about 35, 40 minutes or so. But it was a good foray into the litigation process. And from there, I just continued to build my skills. But I had somebody to help me. It was Dwight. I try to do that as much as I can. When I was practicing law, I practiced for 27 years before coming to Congress. But giving back to other lawyers, and then with those, you'd be surprised at those same people who were trapped in jail on misdemeanor charges and I helped them. And I also went out to a lot of bars and passed out a lot of cards too. Got these business cards, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is probably too advanced for you because you all are just getting ready to go to law school, but I hope you'll remember some things. But yeah, your cards are very important. You want to let people know what you're doing. So you're steadily slinging those cards all over the place. They have no business in your pocket or in your pocketbook. They need to be in your hand. But anyway, so started my law practice, built my law practice. It wasn't about trying to make money or trying to get as much money from my clients as I could. It was about service. It was about doing the right thing. It was about sometimes taking free cases, taking pro bono cases, just because you knew that someone needed help and you have been blessed with being in a position to help somebody. That's what this profession is all about. You can make a living, but it's more than just making money. It's about service to your community. The law is more than a career, it's a commitment. The late Charles Hamilton Houston, a former dean of Howard University Law School, and we have the dean of Howard University Law School here, Danielle Holly Walker, who is Dean Holly's, who is the dean of Thurgood Marshall School of Law, his daughter, and she's the dean of the Howard Law School. Isn't that something? Charles Hamilton Houston, former dean and a mentor to Thurgood Marshall. So a mentee, Thurgood Marshall is a mentor of mine, but he was once a mentee. So every mentor has once been a mentee. And once you're a mentee, then that puts you in a position to be a mentor. But anyway, he said that, quote, a lawyer can be a social engineer or a parasite, end quote. A social engineer or a parasite. So that social engineer assumes a mentality of service. It's something that you can do to benefit society. A parasite just simply sucks off of a larger object, and that's all they do. They're looking to suck, drain. That's not what practicing law, that's not what being a lawyer is all about. It's about being a social engineer, which means you're trying to make things better. You're using your profession, and there is no greater ability to use the laws, because we have to have laws, right? All human beings have to operate in accordance with laws. You start out at home with you can do this, but you can't do that. You go to elementary school, all around the walls you see, don't do this, we must do that. You have laws. And the older we get, the more stringent that the laws become. We even get into a position where we start making the laws. So rules are meant to be followed, and we're the ones who make sure that the rules, we make sure we have rules, and we make sure that we follow the rules. We make sure that we clarify the rules. We make sure that the rules are interpreted. We play a part in all of that. All of that. That's what lawyers do. And it's a very noble, don't let anybody sit back and make fun of the legal profession and you participate in it with them. This is a profession that you should strive to protect and enhance. And so that in closing, I believe that all of you are in that position to make a positive difference in society and to preserve and protect the system of laws that we call America, based on the Constitution. I believe that each one of you all is in a position to read and understand that Constitution and to preserve and protect it and to make sure that its benefits flow to everyone, not just those who can afford the best lawyers, but you take it upon yourself to make a positive difference in the lives of people on a mass scale and just with that solo young person that's looking at you for an example. So thank y'all so much. Have a great time.